What's good, y'all? It's Cora Wonderland 617. How y'all doing? Excuse this broken nail. It's been a minute. The funny thing is I recorded a video and I was gonna upload it. I did upload my song being played on the radio, and that's part of the announcement. I'm working on trying to get it on iTunes, so for whoever's interested in actually purchasing it, they can actually get the song. But it's on SoundCloud for you to hear for the meantime. But I've been really busy, and just opportunities is just coming my way, and I feel like totally blessed. And it's just understanding that things happen for a reason. But enough about all that. I'm gonna give a warning for this video before I even go any further. This video is for the men. This video may trigger y'all, but I figured y'all need to hear some real shit. And y'all might not like what I have to say, or you can really hear what I'm saying. Now, the funny thing is that this is not to bash y'all. If anything, some women can take some shit from this too. But from my experience with some of y'all men folks, some of y'all got some healing to do. So I'm gonna just jump straight into this shit. I'm ready because I got my water. Oh yeah, a bitch finna talk. This video is called Y'all Some Wounded Motherfuckers. Y'all some wounded motherfuckers. And the funny thing is that some bitches who don't know themselves, and I don't mean to say bitches disrespectfully, but this is just the mood that I'm in. Some women, let me rephrase that. Some women don't understand themselves or have come to grips with their own selves, with their own pain, with their own issues. You get what I'm saying? Like, it takes courage. It takes a level of introspect to go within yourself to learn who you are. And it's important to learn who you are before even getting into a relationship with anybody. And it's funny how the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that a lot of grown-ass men, grown-ass women don't know themselves. Instead, hiding behind shit to validate them. And the truth of the matter is, if no one else is going to tell you, let me be the home girl to tell you, with all love and all respect to you, King, y'all some wounded motherfuckers. Y'all wounded as fuck. And some of y'all need some real ass healing. Problem is, y'all ain't probably got some friends to tell you that. This is why I'm here. What inspired this video was a friend. And when I say friend, like, not like, no. It was a legit friend, or possibly not even a friend anymore after what I'm about to say, was going to give me an opportunity. And I've been betrayed, backstabbed, lied to, all of that so many damn times. It's like, listen, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And But even though I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, I'm always going to speak my mind. I'm always going to speak a truth, regardless of how you feel about it. And if we're friends, if we're truly friends, then whatever I'm saying to you, you gotta respect. So he kept making a joke, you know, like if I get with such and such and we do such and such, you know, entitled to such and such. And here's the thing. If I'm working towards something and I'm putting my own money towards what I'm doing, if I'm putting my own money, my own time, my own energy, I'm not looking for handouts. And I know I pronounced that wrong, so I'm going to say it again. I'm not looking for handouts. If this is my dream, it's my responsibility. And in pursuing my dream, I need to make sure that Cora, or for those who don't know, Shakora, can sleep at night peacefully, knowing she did not compromise herself for a dream, right? And when I keep hearing somebody say, and they keep joking and joking, as a psychology major, that's no longer a joke. That is someone telling you that they really feel this way, but they cover it up in humor. So when people are joking with me, and I notice it's the same joke over and over and over again, I start to read in between the lines. And for those who watch this video and who know I'm a psych major, if you didn't know I was analyzing y'all asses, oh yeah, you finna find out in this video, right? My son is laughing. Confirmation. Anywho, to make a long story short, because I said some real shit to him, like, I'm not entitled to give you anything. If we are really friends, if we really homies like that, anything that I get, of course I was going to take care of you. But let's not get it twisted. Anything that's requiring my energy, my talent, my time, my funds, you're not entitled to 10% of that. You're not entitled to shit that I give, especially if this is my dream. It sounds, if anything, you're trying to ride sis coattails. And that's some shit you're not going to do. And I have no filter at times. I'm going to say exactly how I feel. And I said exactly how I felt. And in turn, what happened was some bitch shit. And he's talking about, oh, well, you know, I'm going to tell my cousin, you know, blah, 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 blah. To basically, in long story short, take an opportunity away from me. Which is fine. Because I'm a person who has faith. And if an opportunity is meant for me, it doesn't matter whether it came from you. It doesn't matter whether it came from this person. It doesn't matter if it came from that person. If something is truly meant for me, it doesn't matter how many doors get shut. He is going to make sure a door opens. And you made the grave mistake in thinking that I was not a strong enough bitch to say, fuck you, and keep it moving. Because I most certainly am. All day, every day. So, and I know the place of where he said it. Especially, you know, sometimes people, they say shit, but you have to listen beyond the words. And you have to really pay attention to the intent of what is being said. Because the funny thing is that there's more information being given and what's not being spoken than opposed to the words you hear. And it made me realize that you are looking for a need of control. You're looking for a need of control in your own relationship with, your significant other. But you're also looking for a method of control in regards of me and thinking that you can control me to a certain degree. And sir, you cannot. So I wrote a post. Hell, I'm gonna be 100. I don't even fucking remember exactly what I wrote. I don't remember exactly what I wrote. But I did say, to the degree that I'm really trying to remember. What the fuck did I write? I am a queen. I'm a hustler. And I got this. You can't make me and you can't break me. And I am royalty. And because I am royalty, I've went through many wars, but I've won them all. So you can go tell that shit and let mama work. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what I wrote, but it's along those lines, right? And I feel at times in relationships with the opposite sex, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a friendship or whatever, some insecurities get brought to the surface. And with that nigga in particular, your need of control and manipulation reared its ugly head. But it will only work with weak-minded women who allow that shit to work. That's just not gonna work with me. I've already dealt with a lot more harder shit that was supposed to break my ass. And it didn't. So don't think for 1 second that you offering me an opportunity and snatching it back because you can't have your way with me is going to do it. If it's meant for me, it's meant for me, right? But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. The reason why I want to bring this subject up in regards of men is that and this video really is not a male bashing video, but I promise you, some of y'all niggas is not going to like what I'm about to say. But I'm going to be the homegirl that keep it real with you. Sometimes a lot of what you think is solidifying you as a man, solidifying you as a person. And what I mean by that is material shit like y'all car, y'all clothes, y'all status, y'all clout or whatever. Some of y'all have so much emphasis on what's outside of you. Do y'all know who y'all really are? Aiden, mommy's recording the video, okay? Can you calm it down some? Thank you. Do y'all know who y'all really, truly are? Do you know who you are, King? Because understand, a nice car, money, clothes don't really impress a bitch like me. Who you are, who you know, what you did, don't impress a bitch like me. At all. Who are you? If you was to lose all the money in the bank, if they were to come and take your car, if a fire caught in your apartment and you lost all your shit, right? The connections you have, you no longer have. What defines you, you no longer have. Can you tell me who you are? And the funny thing is, and I notice in the area of love and sex and relationships overall, is that a lot of people, women included, have a tendency to project onto others how they feel. For example, I'm going to give 2 examples, right? It's like when you are back in elementary, that there could be a girl in the class. Get yourself a tissue. I know what you're doing. Right? There could be a girl in the class, right? She might not be like the other girls, right? But you, as the boy in elementary, in the same class as her, you like her. But you don't want anybody to know that you like her, right? So you talk shit about her. You tease her. You know, you make jokes about her or whatever. Trying to make her feel a certain type of way. Follow along here. Trying to make her feel a certain type of way. But the truth of the matter is, the reason you do that is because you like her. And you don't want anybody to know that you like her. So you have this reputation as whatever. And everybody likes you. You're the popular guy in school or whatever, popular guy in your class, whatever. And so it's easy to cover up your feelings for this girl by talking shit, teasing her, or making it just seem that you're better than her. But on a psychology level, you want to follow along? You're projecting onto her an aspect about you. I said it. You're projecting onto her an aspect about your insecurity. Because if you were secure within yourself and you were secure within your feelings, you would know that there is nothing wrong with shorty that you like. Whether she was bigger, whether she was nerdy. Hell, I'm hood fucking nerdy and I own that shit. Now, a girl can clean up nice, but I own who I am. But that's besides the point. You're projecting onto her your insecurities. And another dead giveaway that you actually like her is your reaction to her. Because if you truly did not care for somebody, if you truly did not like somebody, whenever this person comes around, whenever somebody who even reminds you of this person, whenever anything even reminds you, the slightest thing reminds you of this person, and you can get a reaction, there has to be a feeling attached to it. Because if I don't like a bitch, if a bitch comes around me and I already know I don't like her, there's not going to be a reaction from me because I don't like her for my reasons. I'm not going to give energy to that. I can see her. I can acknowledge her. Hell, I'm going to even be 100. I can be civil. I can be very nice. I just don't like you. But if every time, like in elementary school, this girl comes around, you got to say something. You got to do something. You like her. Okay? Same thing in regards of the bully in high school. And I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. Is that probably the same video I didn't post? I think it's in the same video I didn't post. Same thing in high school. The bully picks on this kid. The bully picks on the kid that's supposed to be the nerd. The bully picks on the kid that, you know, seems to be a loner or whatever. And every time this kid comes around, the kid is minding his or her business, whatever. The bully got to say something. The bully got to do something. The bully got to go out of their way to inflict some sort of pain onto this poor kid. And the reason that they do that is because, see, that watching that's gonna make me mad. The reason why they do that is because they are looking to project onto this kid something within themselves that they're probably dealing with. Either the bully is probably being bullied at home, not getting love and attention and care from their mother or their father or absent parent or whatever, and is just projecting onto this poor kid a part of themselves that they're feeling. Follow along here. We all deal with shit. We all have wounds. We all have trauma. And from a black woman, talking to black men specifically, right? Y'all need to be real and honest about the shit that y'all be feeling. And this is not even in regards of relationship. This is not even regards of those type of those levels of intimacy. It's being real within yourselves about what exactly it is that you feel that you really don't want people to know about. We all have wounds. We all have trauma. So I know, for example, and I'm not being shady, well, probably just a little bit. But I know, for example, with men in my family, and some of the men even outside of my family, that men who feel the need to always be flashy, like with the clothes, with the cars, with, you know, just be, you know, out there. It's to make up for something. I also know with men in my family that sometimes they hide under accomplishments. And there's nothing wrong. First and foremost, like, let me say this, like, by all means, do you by all means necessary. Like, if being flashy, if you being that nigga is your thing, let me not stop you from being that nigga. If you being on your grind and you wanting something to have for yourself to be established, by all means, let me support you. Like, let me, you know, help put the battery in your back. Do that shit. Do that shit. Be that nigga. But understand what's more important than material things and accomplishments is who you are in the core of yourself. And sometimes a lot of us, me included, because, I've been putting my life on YouTube, is learning to deal with yourself. And being real about what it is that you feel. Because sometimes the reason we feel or we look at ourselves a certain type of way is based off of shit that happens in childhood. It really does. A lot of shit stems from childhood. But it's also having the mindset and the mentality to understand you are no longer a child. So therefore, you have to put away childish things. And what does it gain a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? See, I'll just keep it all the way 100. A woman like me does not need a man who is about just giving gifts and big vacations and, like, that shit is irrelevant. It's nice. But honestly, women like me, I'd rather your time. I'd rather your time because the truth of the matter is you only make time for what you care for. So if you're making time to see me, if you're making time to talk to me, if you're making time just for there to be an exchange of energy, that means a lot to me. If me telling you little things that I like, right? Don't get me wrong, I got my bougie moments. But most of the time, I'm really a chill, laid back type of girl, right? What will get more of an attention from me is not an expensive handbag or expensive jewelry. Because labels don't make me and jewelry don't make me. Like these little cheap ass earrings from the hair. I'm still cute, right? But what will get more of my attention is if I told you the type of flowers that I liked. And I didn't have to tell you to get them. You just got them. That gets more of my attention, if anything. If you know how I like my coffee, and for those who really know me, y'all know I can't go a day without coffee, right? But if you know when I go to a certain place, I like to order my coffee a certain type of way, and you just thought of me and just got me a coffee, didn't ask you or anything, that gets more of my attention. If I don't have to beg for your time, if I don't have to beg for you to engage with me, and when I'm saying engage, I'm talking about whether it's a game of cards, whether it is conversation, whether it's a movie, or whether it's just cooking dinner and we're just having a conversation. Those moments mean more to a woman like me. And the reason those type of moments mean more to a woman like me is before that I would even take you prospect of romantic interest, is I took the time to get to know me before allowing you in my space. And there was no better way for me to do that by taking some time alone to myself. For me, that include shutting down, not really hanging around a lot of people, journaling, praying, meditating and yoga. Yes. And be like Erykah Badu is over here. But honestly, all jokes aside, I did the work within myself. on why relationships didn't work and why friendships didn't work. I've stated that in past videos. I got to know me. And the things about me that I didn't like, I either needed to change it, I needed to let it go, or I needed to purposefully reprogram this. When you deal with trauma, trauma never really leaves you. It's how you process it. And this is where the private work lies. If you choose therapy, and I'm an advocate for therapy, being in the field of psychology is damn good practice. As a therapist, you have your own therapist. It's a safe space professionally that you can unload. And I know for Black men especially, it feels like the whole world is on your shoulder. And it's bad enough that in 2021 and the continuing injustices that's going on, how COVID has impacted, everyone. I get it. It's not easy being a Black man in America. It's not easy. It's not easy keeping up the facade that you're strong, you got it all together. It's not easy. But I'm doing this video because some of y'all need to be aware of how y'all project yourselves onto others. Because, for example, if I am not your type, right? If I'm not your type, I shouldn't get a strong reaction from you. My presence, my face, my energy shouldn't bother you. Oh, that's just core, whatever. But if something about me gets a strong reaction from you and I haven't done anything, you need to ask you, why do I cause this reaction to you? See, with girls, it's very simple. I come around, I get a reaction from you. It's either I intimidate you, you're jealous, or shit, you're sexually attracted to my ass too. Can we be honest here? But a lot of times we project onto people and we're not even aware of it. It's a subconscious thing. Subconscious or even unconscious thing. The reason why I said subconscious is because you can know or have an idea, but you really don't realize why you do it. And it's being honest and being open with yourself. Because this is not even just in regards of relationships. This could be even in regards of parenting. Because sometimes I have to step back and I have to check myself sometimes. Like, why is this getting such a strong reaction from me? Or why do I feel this way? And sometimes in truth, outside of that, is I have to take inventory of the people, places, and things around me. And is this going to be a benefit for me, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually? Because I know the person that I am. And I know what work I've done internally. I've known what I needed to let go. I know what I need to hold on and work on. And I also know what's good for me, but to also know what might be good to me, but not beneficial to me. See, the type of person that I am, I don't want to be the same person that I was yesterday. I want to continue to be better. And if that, in order for me to be the best version of myself, it means that I have to always take inventory. I've already done the work. I've already addressed my traumas. I've already addressed my pain. I know personally what my triggers are. And I'm not perfect. But one of my triggers is bullshit. And I'm quick to snap off on some fucking bullshit. But I'm also learning to reel it back. You can't be off with their heads with everybody. You gotta have some diplomacy and negotiating with people who gonna piss you the fuck off. But it's allowing myself and also giving myself what is truly needed in order for me to be the best person that I can be. So before I can even let anybody in my space in regards of a relationship, understand that I know exactly who I am. But the question is, do you know who you are? See, and the funny thing is that take away these things, and I'm still the person that I am. I'm not moved that my song is on the radio. I'm proud of myself, yes, that my song was on the radio. But I'm not sitting up here thinking I'm automatically thebomb.com because my song is on the radio. I know who I am when I was even writing that song and what I was doing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to keep it more 100 and more honest and be more vulnerable with you. Even this apartment. I remember spending time in the homeless shelter. Sometimes crying. But despite me being in a place where I didn't want to be, physically and mentally, I stuck with the process, and I am here. I am very grateful for everything that I've been through, because I honestly wouldn't be the person in front of this camera talking to you. And just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I can't give to you because you're a man. I feel like there should still be even exchange of information. My gender shouldn't be a factor in this. But a lot of y'all men hold a lot of pain and a lot of trauma, and it comes out in different ways. And sometimes it's being real and asking yourself, why do you have the mentality that you do? Why do you have the emphasis on certain things? If I was to take away these things, who would you be? You can take away these things and I know exactly who I am, and I make no fucking apologies. I make absolutely none. An apology for what? It's either you like me or you don't. But just because I might not be your cup of tea, baby, I might not be your tea, but I am someone's coffee. I'm body roll. I'm someone's coffee with the cream, the sugar, the whipped cream, a little bit of Kahula, I might not be a big deal to you, but I'm a big deal to somebody else. And understand that just because, and I'm just speaking for me, just because a man might physically have or materialistically have more than me or have more power and status does not mean you're necessarily going to get my attention either. A nice car, some nice shoes, some nice jewelry does not move a woman like me. What honestly moves a woman like me is honesty and vulnerability and the small, simple things. I would rather cherish your energy and sincerity as opposed to anything you can even buy from me. And because I know my worth, and this is the other part of the video I want to get to, because I know my worth, that I can't settle for less treatment than I deserve. See, I can be that girl in elementary school that was a little nerdy, wasn't like the other popular girls in the class, but I do my own thing. And just because you may talk about me, just because you might, say your little things here and there, or you can act like you don't feel me, doesn't mean, sweetheart, that I don't know my worth. I don't have to prove my worth to you. I don't have to prove my worth to you. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to bend myself backwards. Oh, why doesn't such and such like me? I know who I am. I know everything that I bring to the table. I know what I am and I know what I'm not. I know what some people have said could be true, but I know what a lot of people have said about me isn't true. And for those who have said certain things about sis, my thing is this. If you gotta hear from somebody else how a person is this, that, and the third, as a psychology major, once again, I'm not so much paying attention to what I'm hearing. I'm paying attention to the intent. And if you ever gotta dog somebody to get someone else's attention, or you gotta dog somebody out, and this is in regards to some of y'all men folks, because truth be told, some of y'all men folks be doing this shit to each other, which is some bitch shit. If someone else gotta come to you and dog somebody else out, either to get your attention or dogging you out, all that does, and I hope you really understand what I'm about to say, is that it proves to that person, and it should prove to you, that that person is a motherfucking threat to that person. That this girl who's coming to you to tell you all this shit about homegirl because she don't want you fucking around with her because she really wants you for herself. Understand that girl that she was trying to stop you from talking to, she's that bitch. Because you wouldn't be stopping. You wouldn't be stopping somebody from getting something that they want or could be beneficial if that person wasn't that bitch and you want to be a hater. And it's the same thing in regards to some of y'all man folk. Oh, yo, that nigga think he the shit. Yo, he's a bum ass nigga. Is he? You talking about him? People don't talk about motherfuckers who ain't threats. Bitches don't talk about women who ain't that bitch. And niggas don't talk about niggas who ain't that nigga. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And that's not just in regards to music. I know what I bring to table as in regards as a woman. I am whole. I love myself. I'm an amazing human being. I have positive energy. I am a positive person. I am happy. I am bubbly. I am hard working. I'm spiritual, but I'm also very intelligent. I'm very empathetic. As a matter of fact, I'm an empath. I don't get jealous easy. So I can see you with multiple women, and as a matter of fact, I can see you with women who probably have more than me, but just because somebody might have more than me materialistically does not mean that they have more than me internally. I already know my value. You can't bend or break a person like me. You can only project onto me how you feel about yourself. And I don't receive it, because all I'm going to do is give you silence and let you sit in your issue, because I refuse to take on your projection and put that shit onto me. Just because I'm whole, just because I love myself, just because I know I'm a queen, doesn't mean that I don't have my own issues. Once again, I work every day on myself. So when men try to throw manipulation at me, when men try to throw reverse psychology on me, when men try to spin circles around me, I understand that it's more about you than it is about me. And all I ask in regards of a relationship is that you really know you and have dealt with you first before coming to a woman like me. Because in some cases, your looks, your aesthetics, what you have, what you do for work might move other women. And there's a lot of women too who cover up their lack and their insecurities with plastic surgery and, you know, fancy clothes and fancy handbags and fancy jewelry. And like I said, I am a woman who enjoys that type of opulence too, but I really don't mind getting my hands dirty and working hard for it. But what is the purpose of throwing diamonds and pearls on a pig and that shit is still a pig? I'd rather be whole within myself as opposed to anything that I have, right? Men, you guys are kings, right? Despite whatever it is that you guys have been through, despite whatever it is that you have seen, despite the heartbreak and the trauma and the mental anguish and the shit that y'all go through on an everyday basis that no one really knows but you, understand that you guys are loved and you guys are valued. And if no one has told you that they love you, then let me tell you that I love you. And it's okay to understand and work within those issues. You are still kings. You are still gold. You are worth more than your actual possessions. Your worth is not in your job. Your worth is not in your clothes. Your worth is not what you do. But all I'm asking from you as a niece, because my father is deceased, so I can't even say as a father figure. I don't have a father figure anymore. As a niece, as a sister, as a cousin, as a friend, that you're worthy. We all have past, we all have trauma, we all gone through trials and tribulations. We've all had battles that we either won or we lost. But you're still worthy. And you're still loved and you're still cared for, whether you have this or whether you don't. But all I, as a woman, is asking from you is to know your worth. Conquer your demons. Because your demons don't have life unless you give them life. Your past doesn't have hold on you if you're still allowing yourself to be held onto it. There's nothing wrong with going within yourself and doing the hard work of freeing and being yourself. You know what you need, just like I know what I need. I know what I need from myself to give to myself. I also know what I need in a relationship. And I know, most importantly, the needs I have from others. But more importantly, I'm looking out for my mental, my emotional, and my spiritual and physical needs. Because if I can't fill my own well, then there's no way I can give to other people. Even in regards to this video. So some of y'all really need to be honest. Y'all need to be honest in why some of you guys do the things that you do. And I might be airing out some people's dirty laundry, but honey, if the shoe fits, it fits. This is in regards of addictions. It's in regards of why some of y'all need to smoke all day, every day. It's in regards of why you have to take down numerous bitches and have a roster of bitches. You got one bitch Monday, one bitch Tuesday. Hell, you might got two bitches on a Wednesday. You need to be real with why you feel you have the need to have more than one woman. You also need to be real about why you work as hard as you do, why you work as hard as you do for accomplishments. Ooh. Some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm about to go say, but fuck it, I'm about to go there. Some of y'all need to be real in regards to what y'all attracted to. Some of y'all need to be real about what it is that you really are attracted to. And I'm not talking just in regards of the female anatomy. There's nothing wrong with beautiful black women, because I was a beautiful, big black woman. I just lost weight for health reasons. So if you like BBWs, you need to be real and open about you liking BBWs. You need to be real and open about what you're attracted to and why you're attracted to it. And if I go a step further, some of y'all need to be real about even liking the same sex. I said it. Some of y'all need to come up out of that motherfucking closet and start living y'all truth. Some of you guys need to be open and honest about your feelings. And if it's hard for you right now in a space of emotions and in regards of your mental space, then you need to go seek therapy. And if you do not feel comfortable with therapy, then I hope and pray that you have somebody that you can trust, that you can have these conversations with, because even having somebody you can trust like that is a blessing. And honestly, if there is a woman you are feeling the fuck out of, and you really like her, like that elementary analogy I gave, you need to be real, and you need to be open, and you need to be honest about what it is that you feel. Everybody has a type. I get it. But sometimes you'll be surprised on what stepping outside of the box will get you. Do you want something that looks shiny and looks like gold? Or do you want real gold? Because I said in previous videos, that a lot of people are more attracted to what? Fool's gold, because fool's gold shines just a little bit brighter than real gold. This is your life, King. Live it openly, honestly, and truthfully, and learn to unload the baggage. To make this video is long as hell, so I can't even say this short video. This video was long as fuck. But allow yourself to unload the unnecessary baggage and be just open and honest, because sometimes the way we treat people is sometimes reflections back on ourselves, and some people don't have that understanding, and it's okay, but I have that understanding. And yes, I'm analyzing some of you guys, but this is the reason why I'm making a video, because some of you guys need love, some of you guys need care, some of you guys need attention, and sometimes we just all want somebody we can just trust, someone who gets us. And I know as men, you guys feel like you guys got the world on your shoulder, you got America on y'all back, and sometimes don't feel supported. I get it. But it's time that some of you guys is honest. And it's time that some of y'all menfolk get on y'all Ivana Van Zandt and start doing some healing. Because I want you guys to be the best version of yourself, just as I'm always continuing to be the best version of myself, and even speaking that towards other women. So I'm cutting this shit off. I'm gonna make another video, but take the words to heart. And like I said, I know some of y'all were triggered. Don't hate me. I'm just the messenger, and this was the message for the night. I love you, kings. Seriously.